Hi, everybody. We're going to talk about marshmallow root today. So, it can help relieve coughs and soothe skin irritations, help with digestive upset and issues, promotes wound healing. It does a lot. We're going to talk about it all today. So, come on over and learn with me. Thanks. So, what do you know about marshmallow root? I mean, do you think it's something that has to do with actually like the sweet marshmallow? Kind of. We'll talk about it. So, you can consume marshmallow root in tea form, tinctures, powder, syrup, capsule. You can apply it as a topical ointment. Um, and all those help you reap the benefit of marshmallow root. It's used as a protective layer on the skin or as a lining of the digestive tract. It also contains chemicals that will decrease coughing and fight infections. Now, don't confuse marshmallow with mallow, the Malva sylvestris. It is different. It's a different plant altogether because marshmallow root is Althenia. I had it. Where did I write it down? Althea officinalis, and the mallow is Malva sylvestris. So they're two different plants, 100%. So don't get them confused. And yeah, that's what we're going to learn about today. All the different benefits there are to marshmallow root. Um, So I'm an herbalist, not a doctor, and I have all my notes here on the screen, so that's why you're going to see me looking over at the screen the whole time because that's how I stay on track. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And let's get right into it because there's quite a bit. So, when you're looking at a plant, you always kind of wonder what parts of the plant to use. Well, marshmallow root, right? So we use the roots, but you can use the leaves. They're just not as strong. So marshmallow root contains more mucilage than the leaf because we want the mucilaginous um, parts of the plant to do the work in our bodies that is necessary for healing. Okay. So the uses differ too, but to some extent they are both edible. So you can ingest the leaf, you can ingest the root. You can use the leaf to make herbal teas or as a salad herb, and the leaf extracts are used to make salves, ointments. They can be used for wound healing. The roots can be dried and powdered, or whole dried roots can be boiled in water to extract the mucilage. Um, Marshmallow root can be used to make syrups, lozenges, tinctures, incense blends, salves, ointments, hair conditioners, poultices for skin inflammation, capsules, teas. The root can be used to make a confection as well in a traditional way at home. So you can use marshmallow root to make homemade marshmallows. But that's not the way that the store-bought marshmallows are made anymore. No, not at all. They have no nutritional value to them at all. But a lot of people like them. I personally don't really like marshmallows. I thought I did for a long time. I can handle them melted in hot chocolate because then it's just the sugar. But I'd like to learn how to make a marshmallow from marshmallow root. That would be fun. Maybe if I ever learn it, I'll show you. Anyway, so marshmallow root is not the same thing as the sweet snack with the same name, but marshmallows were initially derived from the root. However, today they're purely made with sugar, gelatin, and I had it written down. I don't remember what it is. Anyway, so Athea officinalis has a very long history in folk medicine that goes back to ancient Greek and Egyptian times, more than 2,800 years ago. References to this plant were made in Homer's Iliad, since the time with this slippery herb was a popular way to treat coughs, sore throats, and congestion. One of the reasons marshmallow candies got their name is because of the fluffy qualities of a marshmallow root. So fibrous extracts from Althea officinalis swell up in the body, and the soft gel-like substance occurs. So that's why it's called a mucilaginous. It's scoopy. Today, this plant is still used by holistic practitioners in many of the same ways as it was thousands of years ago. It also contains powerful active ingredients that helps break up mucus. That's what mucilaginous means. Breaks up mucus. Reduce inflammation, kills bacteria naturally. It has become an important herb in Ayurvedic medicine and Unani healing practices. And they utilize the variety of plants to boost immunity and prevent disease. It's kind of what we're trying to do too. So it dries coughs and colds. I know it's weird that a mucilaginous plant will dry up a cough and a cold. It's just what it will do. I I don't really know the science behind it, but I'm sure we're going to learn about this today. According to a 2020 in vitro study published in Frontiers in Pharmacology, an its antitussive properties, so it basically keeps you from coughing. That's why Robitussin's called that. Tussive cough. And mucilaginous abilities enable it to decrease inflammation and irritation of the throat, reduce swelling in lymph nodes, accelerate healing time, and alleviate aggravating dry cough. So I understand why it relieves a dry cough because it's mucilaginous. Um, Probably because it just grabs all the bacteria and just goes takes it away. It also tends to have an immediate effect due to its forming of a protective film on the inflamed mucosa. It appears to act as an enzyme to loosen the mucus and inhibit bacteria. A 2018 study looked at the effects of taking marshmallow root extract in lozenges or in syrup to treat a dry cough. It found that treatments generally helped reduce irritation, often within 10 minutes. This is precisely the reason the marshmallow extract is added to many cough syrups and throat lozenges. I have never seen it in any. Have you? Because they like to just feed us chemicals now. So I'm a natural would obviously have it in. So, but I've never seen one with marshmallow root in it. So, it can help alleviate the urge to cough and facilitate the production of more saliva, therefore helping with dry mouth. There we go. We're finding out the science. It can be safely used by individuals with chronically low levels of salivary flow and those experiencing chronic coughs. Um, Studies show that it can help treat tonsillitis, including among children. Marshmallow is especially effective at beating a cold or the flu when combined with antibacterial and anti-inflammatory herbs and essential oils for sore throats, like slippery elm, echinacea, lemon, myrrh, oregano, cypress, frankincense, essential oils. Those are all ones that you can combine with marshmallow root and like really give a punch, help to your body and kick out the sickness. When combined, these target the underlying cause of the sickness, including the bacteria, because it's all bacterial, viral. It's also antiviral. These things. A lot of these things are antiviral, but they coat the throat to ease discomfort. A study conducted in 2005 observed that a cough syrup containing marshmallow root could effectively treat coughs caused by cold, bronchitis, or respiratory tract diseases. In addition, the study found that all the participants experienced an improvement of approximately 86 to 90% of their cough and cold symptoms. That's a lot. That's a lot for a study. Usually the statistics aren't that high. So it also will help repair gut lining. I have experienced this, or inflammation in the lining of the stomach. I have experienced that personally myself. I don't remember what it's called. I'm not good with those scientific words. We've talked about that before. But I had an infection in my stomach lining many years ago. At the probably at the beginnings of my learnings of all this stuff, and I was just so sick. Oh, so sick. I couldn't keep down any food. It hurt. It was awful. And I did my research. I always encourage you to do your research. And I found out that aloe vera would help, slippery elm will help, marshmallow root definitely helped. I was chugging down the cold brews, cold brews of marshmallow root with the aloe drinks, and within 3 days it was gone and fixed up. But I kept on doing it for another, like, I think 3 or 4 days just to make sure that it didn't come back. Then I was gentle on my stomach for another week and to make sure it didn't come back. And then I've been fine ever since. I've never had another problem. Still don't really know what caused it. Just, I think I mentioned it before in another video, but I ate at a restaurant. I had never eaten it before. My kid didn't get sick. I did. There's only one thing I've eaten all the time, so I maybe it was just how they fixed it. Anyway, not sick anymore. Marshmallow root was a huge contributor to getting better. Research suggests that marshmallow is an effective way to treat certain digestive disorders, including leaky gut syndrome, which develops when particles leak through tiny openings in the gut lining, allowing them to enter the bloodstream and trigger autoimmune reactions. I can only imagine how horrible that would be. Marshmallow helps restore the integrity of the gut lining by forming a protective layer around small junctions. As shown in research on rats, it has also been proven in people too, um, that it does work. I think sometimes it depends on how advanced it is, um, and what you're taking beyond it, and your diet. Everything kind of depends on your diet in the long run. Additionally, it appears to be beneficial for other forms of inflammatory bowel disease, including ulcerative colitis and Crohn's. I would love, because it's not going to hurt anybody unless you're allergic to it, unless you're on other medications. We're going to go there. But I would love to like find somebody to say, hey, I'm going to try this. I don't know. It's not like I can sit there and develop Crohn's and then try it on myself, right? Anyway, a 2010 laboratory study, researchers investigated The effects of aqueous extracts and polysaccharides that are derived from the roots of Althea officinalis on human epithelial cells. Okay. Specifically, they treated cultured human epithelial KB cells with the extracts and found that even low concentrations significantly enhanced cell viability and proliferation. So basically, it's just good cells, epithelials. The raw polysaccharide component stimulated cell vitality without triggering excess proliferation and was actively internalized into epithelial cells, though it did not affect human dermal fibroblasts. Gene expression analysis revealed upregulation of genes involved in cell adhesion proteins, growth regulation, extracellular matrix formation, cytokine release, and apoptosis pathways critical to tissue regeneration. Basically, it found that it will regrow cells. It won't make it like overgrow, it just grows back the cells. That's kind of what that all says. I'm sure there's more technicality to it, but that's what we can surmise, basically. The findings suggest that marshmallow root preparations may actively support the healing and regeneration of irritated mucous membranes by stimulating the epithelial cell function and potentially aiding in mucosal repair. Okay? The study found it, and guess what? It does work because it's worked on me, and I've got a lot of other people who heal themselves with herbs that have testimonials that say it helps. So, a research from 2011 found that marshmallow flower extract demonstrated potential benefits in treating gastric ulcers in rats. So, that's the flower. All right, so supports hair health. So, I don't put it in my shampoo, but I guess you can. Another surprising benefit of marshmallow root is that its ability to support hair health. The same mucilage that soothes the digestive tract and throat also work as a natural conditioner for the hair and scalp. I would like to try it. I would like to try it sometime. I do have some marshmallow root, but I don't have a ton of it, and I don't have it growing, so maybe I might need to get some more. If you have some, send it to me. When used topically in hair treatments, marshmallow root extract can help hydrate strands, reduce frizz, and improve manageability. I do need frizz reduction. Reduction? Reduction. When used topically, it can do that stuff. But it's got antioxidants and vitamins and minerals like vitamin A, vitamin C, and zinc. It also nourishes the scalp and the follicles, promoting stronger, healthier hair growth. It also can alleviate scalp irritations and dryness, therefore creating a healthier environment for hair to thrive. Makes it a natural option for those seeking gentle plant-based hair care solutions. It also the polysaccharides will help with immune support. It has like pectin, it has asparagine, and those also stimulate cell growth and support the mucosal immune system. It's neuroprotective because it helps reduce oxidative stress because the antioxidants supports cognition. Um, any herb that calms gut inflammation is likely to benefit mood, mental clarity, and brain health. It's kind of, we say that our gut is our second brain. It's actually technically our first brain, because if the gut's not healthy, the brain's not healthy. So it can help treat bronchitis, tonsillitis, dry mouth, low salivation production, saliva production. It can help with bacterial infections, including bladder infections, UTIs, and respiratory infections. But it also is a pain reliever. And yes, it is. Yes, it is. One of the lesser known benefits of marshmallow root is that it relieves pain and discomfort. Because of the mucilage it has, the gel-like substance basically, it coats and soothes that irritation. So it's um, imagine like what aloe would do. It does what aloe does. It really does. But I think it's a little stronger than aloe in my opinion, but don't quote me on that. It just does more things, but it's very similar to aloe. So if you don't have aloe, you can have marshmallow root, or you can combine the two and just go pow pow with getting the good effects into your body. So traditionally, herbalists have used marshmallow root to soothe sore throats, stomach aches, and joint discomfort. There's a new one. So research suggests that marshmallow root's anti-inflammatory properties support the reduction of pain caused by conditions like arthritis and muscle soreness by decreasing irritation in mucous membranes and calming inflamed tissue. It acts as a natural way to promote comfort without the harsh side effects of conventional pain relievers. I do want to look into the differences. Maybe I'll do aloe a week. I'm going to add that to my list. I need to also recreate my intro and my outro. So I will be doing these things. I'm also doing school. So there's a lot on my plate right now. Um, they'll all get done. And eventually you'll be like, she changed it. I'm not sure I like this. If you guys have any sound clip ideas for my intro and my outro, let me know, because the program that I use keeps on eliminating all these sound clips that I'm using, and then they're not there the next time. Um, so yeah, if you guys have an intro or an outro music, if you want to create it, if you want to donate it, I would love it. I would love to hear from you. So a 2014 study cites research indicating that marshmallow root can act as an analgesic to relieve pain. I mean, what more can we say? I mean, they did a 2014 study and they said, yes, it does relieve pain. It's like, duh. So we've already talked about the digestive issues that it can cure or reduce, if you want to put it that way. I feel that it's curing, but I guess it depends on how bad it is for you. So, like things like diarrhea, stomach ulcers, constipation. It's also good for acid reflux. It will lower or prevent heartburn, stomach ulcer symptoms, because it coats, our animal research shows that it coats the inside of the stomach, preventing acid from causing discomfort and burning, while also providing anti-inflammatory effects. So it'll kind of like do everything all at once. Interestingly, the mucilage properties of marshmallow appear to remain stable throughout the digestive system until they reach the colon. So, like, they don't just break down, they stay working until it all coats the whole entire digestive tract until it gets to the colon, and then it starts to dissolve and break away. Um, Sorry, reading before I speak. Um, You can combine it with ginger root. You can combine it with peppermint oil. All these things are good for digestive upset as well. And combining them will even give you extra relief. Some studies suggest that marshmallow root may also regulate blood sugar levels. It slows the absorption of sugar in the intestines, reducing blood sugar spikes. It also relieves stomach cramps because it has antispasmodic properties. So it'll help relax the digestive muscles. I'm sorry, relax the muscles in the digestive tract. So basically taking away stomach cramps and discomfort. And we said it would alleviate heartburn already, but it also prevents tumor growth. Think about it. If it's antibacterial, it's antimicrobial, it coats the lining. Don't you think it's going to attack a tumor too? That makes sense. So, herbal medicine experts believe that the antioxidant content in marshmallow can be essential in controlling and preventing tumor growth in the body. Marshmallow root can prevent the development of tumors, especially in the lungs. It can also play a role in minimizing the risk of tumor progression. So it would work in your lungs, it would work in your digestive tract, it would work. Because it contains a high amount of vitamin C, and vitamin C is what clears mucus. Like my daughter woke up early this morning just to go blow her nose because she's having a runny nose issue. And I handed her some vitamin C juice. I'm like, take this because it'll help contribute to cell repair and regeneration. And marshmallow root has the vitamin C in it. So they think it also aids in metabolism. I have not found that to be true, but if it is for you, then let me know. But it's got so many other good things to it. It's not like we really need it for metabolism. But one animal study from 2014 found the marshmallow root extract impacted thyroid stimulating hormone, the TSH, and it can aid in metabolism. So there's a thing there that we will talk about later too, the thyroid stuff. It'll lower inflammation, which also supports heart health. A 2011 study investigated the effects of marshmallow root supplementation on blood lipid profiles and liver function over a month. Researchers found that marshmallow had an anti-inflammatory effects. Duh, we already know this. That worked against both acute and chronic inflammation. So, because of that, it exhibited anti-ulcer activity and anti-lipidemic abilities, increasing the HDL cholesterol, which is the good cholesterol, while administering a dosage of 50 milligrams of marshmallow per kilo of body weight. The subjects experienced significant increases in serum HDL cholesterol levels, with no side effects or adverse effects on the liver enzymes. It's good for us. A 2011 animal study examined the effects of liquid marshmallow flour extract on treating, I don't know what this word is, that word, platelet aggregation and inflammation, which are sometimes associated with cardiovascular disease. So it can also soothe skin troubles. It is marshmallow root is effectively known to improve the appearance of skin that has been damaged. According to research conducted in 2016, they found that most creams and ointments for UV skin care contain marshmallow root extracts? Please name me five, because I've never seen it. I'm fine with being wrong. Don't worry. I have no needs to be right. If I learn something new, I learn something new. But it has to be like real legit. Anyway, that's okay. So let's see. That it reduced UV induced DNA damage in cultured skin. So it would be beneficial to add it to your skincare routine. It soothes nerve endings in the skin. It has anti-irritant properties. Um, it's usually dealt with pretty well by people with like hypersensitive skin or allergies, unless you're specifically allergic to that. So it provides relief from itching, swelling, redness, and chafing. All those things are topical. So it helps with like insect bites, wounds, burns, scrapes, dry, chapped skin, peeling. The roots and stem of the marshmallow plant secrete mucilage, which softens skin, lowers swelling, and kills bacteria. Some in vitro evidence has shown that its anti inflammatory properties are also beneficial in treating eczema and dermatitis. The polysaccharides in the marshmallow root are absorbent fibers that combine with liquid to form a soft, slippery base, acting as a skin buffer, moisturizer, protective layer for ultra-sensitive skin. It can go in lip balms, hair conditioners, salves, after sun products, and different things like that. Um, let's see. Remember, I'm putting all the links below so that you can go look at these studies as well. It also reduces water retention, like bloating during PMS and stuff like that. It has diuretic properties, similar to water pills, intended to lower fluid retention, edema, and bloating. Your diet or hormone levels can cause you to retain water and feel uncomfortable, and marshmallow can help increase urination and balance those fluids. So it's a diuretic, as we talked about. And diuretics help flush out the fluid, but you have to keep drinking and putting water back into your hydration back into your cells as you're doing this. Um, but it'll also cleanse out the kidneys and the bladder. I already talked about its antioxidant effects because it has flavonoids in it, and those flavonoids also help decrease cancerous tumor growth. We talked about how it reduces tumor growth. So it has things like aromas, degalactose. I'm gonna put these words up here because they're like very similar words. So you can see that it's got flavonoids, antioxidants, pectin, amino acids. That's where the asparagine is. It's got coumarin, phenolic acids, tannins, quercetins, and quercetin is it's antiviral and antibacterial. So if something has quercetin in it, we know that it's got those properties to it. So people asked if it can be used for nursing mothers, because topically it would help with like sore, cracked nipples during breastfeeding. And yes, putting marshmallow root um, on topically would be fine, and baby can still, like, I wouldn't say put it on and then nurse your baby. No, but it's not going to like affect the baby if you put it on after nursing, next 2 hours. It'll be fine. It is the LACTMed database of the Department of Health and Human Services provides data that marshmallow root during breastfeeding is unlikely to be harmful to the breastfed infant. There. Some people can be allergic to marshmallow root. We have to be like allergic to like the Thea officinalis in general. Um, some people get skin irritation, but you can't. Nobody is not allergic to everything. Does that make sense? Or there's always somebody who's going to be allergic to something. So we talk about this often, where like you take it, you stop taking it, you take it, you start like the 6 weeks on, 6 weeks off, 12 weeks on, 12 weeks off, 24 weeks on, 24 weeks off. It is not suitable for long-term use without breaks. Prolonged daily use could impact nutrient absorption. And this is where we're going to get into the effects, the side effects, and people who cannot have it. It is about nutrient absorption because it's providing that mucilaginous lining that is pretty much almost impenetrable, which is kind of the point in it because it just keeps on moving through the intestinal tract. But you can't keep yourself consistently lined with marshmallow root every day because you need to be able to absorb your nutrients that you're ingesting as well. So don't really, I would never use it for more than like a week. I really wouldn't. I mean, as I said, what did I say? I did like 3 or 4 days, and then I waited to see if it worked. Then if I had had more symptoms again, I would have gone back to it, but I didn't have any more symptoms. So I just was careful not to like aggravate it. And then it just went away. Never came back again. I let my body heal and repair. But it does have effects on the hormone. Okay. We talked about this before briefly. Marshmallow root can affect the T3 and TSH hormone dose dependently, which helps to improve your metabolism. Those two um, hormones in our bodies improve our metabolism. Um, so excessive consumption can cause adverse reactions in these hormones, causing them to function differently. This is one of the reasons we can't take it consistently. Remember, take a little bit, see if it works. If it didn't work, you go back to more. You stay out, you go off, on, off, off, on. We gotta give our bodies a chance to heal. The fact that it can have the response on the hormones is also a huge one. And the fact that it can inhibit nutrient absorption, it's a big one. They're also it's considered generally safe for use and well tolerated in adults. The rare reports of allergic reactions, it's super rare. However, it can interact with certain drugs, and this is what we got to get into. Should not be taken with lithium. Cannot be taken with lithium. Diabetic drugs, can't do that. You can't take it with any other diuretics or blood pressure medication. You can't take it with anticoagulants or antiplatelet drugs. Apparently I put that on there twice. Whoops. There are various ways to use marshmallow root. Firstly, drinking in a liquid form is the standard method. You can drink it as a tea, or you can tincture it by adding 30 to 40 drops of the root extract into a glass of water. You consume it as a tincture, adding the 30 to 40 drops of the root extract into a glass of water. Anyway, capsules and tablets are available in pharmacies and contain high amounts of marshmallow root extract. Um, Usually equivalent to approximately 6 grams of powdered root per day, divided into multiple doses, is the suggestion. However, it is recommended to always be under supervision when you're doing like higher doses of things. That you can use a tea infusion. You can make syrups, uh, herbal blends. You can put it on as a face mask. It's really good for your skin. Like 15 to 20 minutes, just leaving it on your skin, rinsing it off, helps moisturize and soothe, calm irritated and sensitive skin. You can use it for the respiratory issues such as sore throat, cough, colds. Dosing depends on concentration of the supplement. Typically 1 to 2 teaspoons of powdered marshmallow taken several times a day is effective and safe. Sipping on tea helps soothe the cough and reduces phlegm too. You can also try adding fennel, thyme, raw honey to the marshmallow tea for even more throat soothing benefits. So, if you're going to be treating, like, say, IBS, IBD, leaky gut, Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, opt for capsule supplements, powders, teas, or tinctures. Uh, they say typically 6 grams a day is administered for Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, but it can be divided into split doses. So it's like 2, 2, 2 or 3 and 3 to soothe chapped, dry, wounded skin. Use it in ointment or balm. Regardless of how you choose to use it, be sure you drink enough water with it. That is a huge one. It also helps it form a thick, sticky substance because it is, it's just a plant, right? So it doesn't really activate without water, basically. Most experts recommend taking it with at least 8 ounces of water. Using marshmallow at least once, 1 to 2 hours before taking other medications. It's just going to, okay, so if you are on medications, talk to your doctor first because you're already going to be seeing them. You're all going to be talking to them. If you develop, say, diverticulitis or something like that, and you're on some of those medications, be like, I want to heal this naturally, but I'm on this medication. He can be like, yes, but take it 1 to 2 hours before you take your medication, or he's going to be like, just no. They may not really know a lot about it. I will warn you. They'd be like, let me just give you an antacid, or just don't eat this, or let me just give you this medication. Yes, those work. But when you rather something that your body goes, hey, I recognize this stuff, rather than going, hey, oh my gosh, it's coming to fix me here, but it's going to cause 20 other problems. Okay. I could go on forever. You know that. I appreciate so much you being here today, and I would appreciate some feedback. You're allowed to disagree with me, but don't be rude. Okay? Okay. Um, Thanks for being here. The links will all be in the description below. You can see all my socials there. I'm I do a lot of things on all the socials. So I try to keep them going, but they're not extremely consistent. Facebook is consistent. My TikTok is not. I've tried to aim for help, but the person kept on going, I forgot. I forgot. I'm not paying them, so it's just my kid. Shh. Love you, Kate. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Check me out on all different socials that'll be listed below. If you have any questions or any suggestions on another herb that you want us to cover, then by all means, I would love to learn. Um, I'd love a suggestion for next week's. We'll see how it works out. And I'm glad you stayed till the end. If you can come up with an idea of a hook for the end, like tell at the beginning for it to happen at the end. I'm just up for suggestions because I know that these can get a little too factoids and boring. The information itself is, I think, pretty cool. I feel like I could deliver things better. But as I said, I need help. I'd like to be sitting in a field beside the plant and delivering you all the information with, fawns and birds chirping and yes, that would be fun. And it with a little meditation. Mm. But I have my office. At least I have a nice little background. And again, thank you. Have a wonderful day. See you soon. Bye.